Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you could make it. Enjoy. So last time we did the case, right? So now I'm back out at the same junkyard where we got the case. In fact, it was about over that way, maybe 100 feet that we got it going. And I'm out here looking for a seat. So I found this. It's fiberglass. The frame's all trash, but that's not bad. And I came across this, which this is like an old school tractor seat, but it's been welded together. It looks like I did it. Probably, maybe not. And so I went in to pay, and the gentleman that owns this dump slash junkyard said, well, if you want a seat, why don't you go get the seat that came off of it? So he told me it is over here in this, well, gray Ford. It's Mercury, whatever, but it has been here a while. And if I don't get there, it is gross in here, and there's probably something gonna attack me. And it smells like, yeah, it doesn't smell good. So let's go look at this thing. So he said this is the seat, came off of it. I believe him. It's not in bad shape. It's got some wrinkles and creases, and there's a hole starting there. Looks like there might be a hole starting there, but the pan is nice. Yeah, it's kind of separating there, but I think, well, we'll take it. I don't know how much he's going to want for it. It might break the bank, but that's nice. So I'm going to go pay for all this because we'll take it all. And, well, yeah, I'll be back in a second. We'll be back at the tractor. All right, I'm back from the dump slash junkyard, and let me show you what my scores are here. So we got that one. That was a fiberglass seat. Frame's rotted out, but that's a possibility. I think, you know, you cut it off here, it'd look just like that one. That one's pretty cool too. And then this is the one that they said came off of it, and it's separating. It's not on in places, but I mean, it's nice. It's nice. So, well, we'll kind of fit them on and just see what we think, but this would be kind of neat. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I think I'd need a spring or something. It'd be cool. It'd be different, you know, be different. So probably a no on that one. Gonna take this one off. I think if we cut it, you know, it would probably, but then you'd have to cover it and pad it. That's an option too. I mean, I couldn't just give them up, right? So then we've got this one. And I don't know, I was looking on here, and it kind of looks like there's something mounted here, and then something mounted here, and then I don't know, that looks like maybe like 1.5 inches flat stock. I don't know, because none of that's on there. So it looks like it would mount like this. And that, I mean, it looks nice, it's good. But I was kind of thinking, and I'm like, well, my butt sits here. And then if I look at the witness marks where my butt sat, I actually was sitting back here. So I don't know. I mean, we can try and mount it, but I think I'm going to want to try and slide it back because, well, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but I don't know. I think my legs would be up into this because, I mean, I was sitting way back here and that seat was like here and then the back of it was here. And I mean, I was right here, as you can see. So yeah, I think we'll use that one, and then we'll just figure out some brackets to slide it back, because it doesn't really, it looks like one or two of these holes lined up, but they kind of lined up like here and here, and that is way too far forward for me. So, but the first thing I want to do is let's just wash this thing all down before we start messing with it. And I mean, I have some oven cleaner and some brake parts cleaner, so we can spray the hydraulics with the brake parts cleaner, and the oven cleaner will just kind of, I don't want to spray directly on the motor, but maybe around it, try and get some of that gunk off of it. And then yeah, but the first things first, let's wash this thing. I don't have running water, so we'll have to use a bucket, but let's get to that first. All right, it's pretty clean. So I didn't get all the grease off of it, but I mean, it's not bad. You can see now, it's kind of hard to tell there, maybe here. I think it was repainted at one time, or maybe there was clear on this decal. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, there's spots where it's like, it looks like it's been sprayed. I don't know. I think it, whatever. I mean, it's, for what it is what it is. I mean, for a tractor that came out of the junkyard, right? So it's not bad. It's nice. It cleaned up pretty good. So now I want to work on a seat, and I've been kind of messing around, and well, let me show you what I came up with. Yeah, I'll show you what I came up with. All right, so here's what I did. I kind of put this where it lines up. So if you pick it up, it's hard to do with the camera. But anyways, that's where the seat originally was supposed to sit. I think that's actually where they had it. Oh, and I pushed this all on, so it kind of wants to come off, but I mean, it is what it is. It's on and it's holding now, so maybe that's okay. And so what I did was I kept sitting on it and kind of figuring out where I wanted the seat. And I want the seat, like here's where the original was. I don't know what this is all about. I mean, somebody had something square here, or maybe that was the base of the seat. I don't know. But from here, where it was sitting just a second ago, I want to go out about 3 inches. If I could go 3 inches back, put it something like that, then my legs will clear better, and it's a lot more comfortable. So this is what I came up with. Here and here, and I got a few of these. So if I put this, and so I measured that, it's like 1 5/8, maybe 1.5 with the rust over, and this is 1 5/8 flat stock, 1/4 inch flat stock. I can't bend, I doubt I'll be able to bend this with my weight. And I kind of lined up the holes here, and it overlaps the rust mark a little bit, but maybe they did something like this. And then if you look, I tapped them. So I can bolt it there, and then I can come up through either that or that back bolt. I don't remember which one I marked. It's one of these two. Anyways, and then it's going to bolt. It won't bolt to this. It will bolt to that. Yeah. And then here and here, and then I'll use one of these front ones, and this is just leftover scrap, but I'll use it as a spacer. And then what I found in my pile of junk is these are old off-road light bushings, like from the KC Daylighters. Well, actually, the KC Daylighters had like a little sun mark thing on there, but these are like the cheap fog light or off-road things. They should just thread up into there for those off-road lights. And so I grabbed a few of these because I have a bunch of them laying around because, you know, everybody has LED lights. No, you know, halogen used to be cool. Now it's LED. So, and they should go up through here and then screw in to the seat bottom. And then on the front one, I think I used this one and not this one that they used, or maybe I used this one. Here, it will have this as a spacer, maybe between the bushings, whatever. So let me get it bolted down, and it should move it, if my calculations are correct, it should have moved it 3 inches back, giving me more space for riding. But let's get it bolted on and see how it looks. Okay, so here's a better view kind of my idea. I don't explain very goodly. So this is bolted in here and here, the original, right? So it's like 3 inches here and here, and then I think it was this hole that I went to, and it looks like that's where the seat used to be mounted. I don't know. I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, there's probably something square there, and they had some kind of bracketry and da la la, and it's like, yes, they probably did, and it could be in the car at the junkyard. But if you smelt inside that car like I did, I'm not digging around in there. Not when I can just whip something up this fast. Plus, gas money, well, diesel money to drive out there. It just, yeah. So this is what I did. It kind of gives you a better idea of how I went with it, and then let me get it bolted in, and you'll see the finished product. Ciao. So that's kind of what I thought. I mean, yeah. So you can see here and here is probably where the seat originally mounted, but now it's, 3 inches back, maybe more. And you can also see here, see the paint's different. Somebody must have painted this at one point in time. It had to have. So that's like the original case, and this is like a, I don't know, sandy color. So there we go. That's nice. So it cleaned up pretty good. The front rims are, yeah, they're not as nice as the back rims. How's that? But I think that all cleaned up. So now what I'm going to do is crawl underneath here and see if I can't tighten down those lines. Hopefully they're just loose, and that's the reason why they're kind of leaking. If not, I mean, they don't leak bad enough that I'm going to worry about replacing lines or anything, but if I can just tighten them up, why not, right? And then I was going to also check the rear end fluid, and then, yes, I know the carburetor, we talked about it, but it's not leaking. I don't know, maybe future. And, well, I'll try and patch that, but I think all of you guys have seen how to patch a tube. So, yeah, let's get underneath here and then check the rear end fluid. All right, I'm underneath here, tightened down everything. Everything is snug. There was one, maybe two that was a little bit loose, but nothing that I would worry about. However, I want to play a little game with you. There's one rubber hose out of all of this. I spy with my little eye something with some cracks and leaking. Did you win? Did you guess what it is? Yeah. So the one rubber hose looks like it has some cracks in it. They're not all the way around. They're only through the exterior part of the hydraulic hose. But yeah, I think that's where all of this mess is coming from. However, if we go up here, so we drove it, like 4 or 5 miles, something like that, home, and I haven't really done much since then. But the last video, it's the same level. So the amount of messing around to get to that, tearing everything apart, and yeah, we're not going to fix it. I don't care. Let the internet do what it wants to do. I'm not fixing that. I'm running it. If it blows out, I have a catastrophic failure, lose all my hydraulic, whatever, I'll drag it back with something. Anyways, so we're not fixing that, but that is the problem. That's the slight leak. Yep, there we go. We did it. So let's check the rear end fluid, and yeah, we got to do that too. But let's check the rear end fluid, and then yeah, let's go that way. All right, here's the plug. It looks like it has been off never, and it has so much paint on it. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Let's, hey. All right, wasn't as bad as I thought. Thought for sure I'd be using the hammer. But let's just pull this thing out. Don't come running out. Actually, it'd be come running out. Come running out. I want to make sure you're full. Let's see. Uh-oh. Smells like rear end fluid. It's got some rust on it, and oh, I see the rear gears. And no, it's in there. Let's just see where the level is, though. It's not quite there. Yeah, I think it, definitely, it's a little bit low. So, well, I'm kind of on an angle like this, but, yeah, it's it's got it in there. It's good enough. No. Yeah, we'll call that good. So, besides that, I think it's just ready to give it a little rip around and see how everything works now that it's cleaned up. And if you saw in the last video, I had to, it didn't want to move. The hydraulics, I think it bled because I had to keep going forward and back until it finally decided it wanted to move. So, I mean, it rode down the road just fine. So maybe we'll go take it for a little spin and see what it does. Well, it turned out pretty good. I mean, it looks good. So I think all that's left to do to it is patch the tube in that tire, which I won't bore you guys with that, and then put it to work. That seat looks nice. It cleaned up pretty good. I mean, for a tractor that I'm going to put to work, it's not a show tractor. It's just going to get used. So I think everything turned out pretty nice. We'll have to keep an eye on that hydraulic line. But other than that, let's just see what it can do. So till next time, be blessed and peace.